listeners, I'm just going to tell you this is going to be. This isn't a mathematical strategy. You know what this is? This strategy will be purely based on how a Saturday football goes. That's the truth. I don't care what anyone else says. If he gets and it goes either way. If Saturday's a non-action, he might just nibble in. If he gets killed on Saturday, he's tripling down on Sunday. And if he kills him on Saturday, he's quadrupling down on Sunday. Is that pretty fair?
That's a good assessment. Yeah. I like that.
This is how when you know the chop.
See, this is the favorite time of year. You get a little bit of everything.
Oh, I'm telling you. Where is the Mac action?
As soon as that Wednesday Mac starts, we're all
oh
over
boy,
it.
the Mac. Professor, give me some bets. So what did you do at Daytona that won you all the money?
Head to head.
Head to head. Well, then let's jump right into it. We're not talking top 10s, top 3s, top 5s. We're not even talking wins. I know everybody listening likes to bet wins.
There'll be a few wins.
Yeah, go off the predictor. You're going to have Brad because you love him. You're definitely going to be on Stenhouse because you missed him once. You won't miss him again.
Yep.
You're going to have Denny because if not, then we can't go play pickleball at the Palace on the lake.
Yeah.
How am I doing so far?
The Pickleball Palace on the lake.
The Pickleball Palace on the lake.
I like Eric Jones this week. 30-1.
I think that's a home run pick.
I think
that's a home run pick.
And look at Bell. The predictors got Bell at 5th or 6th, and they've got him down at 20-1. Why is that?
Well, they're going to have to change tires, which is a big problem for the 20 team.
Yeah.
No, I'm kidding. I mean, they have had.
What's Bell's history of these super speedways?
It's mixed.
It's mixed for everyone, though. I have a question for you, Chop. Jones is 25-1, but he's 10-1 for a top 3. What's the number you need to see for a top 3 when you go to a speedway? It can change at the line. What's the ratio? My point is it like 25%, 50%? Because when I look up here, it looks like between 20 and 30% is what the odds are going to be for a top 3. Mm-hmm. Top 5 are like 12.5% of the win money.
I've traditionally have stayed away from the top 3, top 5s.
And it worked so well this weekend.
Well, it was.
You were going to super cash.
Yeah, because when you had, to me, those two cars from the get-go were
even recovered for 5th.
Yeah, I mean, those two cars were there's something had to happen for them to not be in the top 3 or top 5.
I felt like you were.
No.
Oh, God.
So that's my question. Any top 3 action?
I think I would go for the bigger, longer odds because I think it's a crapshoot.
All right, let's jump right into them. Get your head-to-head tool out, Professor. We want only next gen. We're going to include Atlanta because it's a drafting track. So, you ready? Logano and Keselowski. Kes the favorite.
Kes.
I love it. I love Kes, even in that bet. Byron or Hamlin, I'm going to tell you, the numbers are going to say Hamlin, but Byron is a hot-handed machine lately.
The numbers say Byron.
All right, there you go. And Byron's the dog. I don't hate that bet because I'll tell you why. I think Hamlin, he's got to just get a few points and get out of there. So I kind of like Byron.
Yeah, and Byron can go for the win.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So Hamlin, I think, if he's running 8, so look, let me be clear. If he's in the front 5 or 6 cars, he ain't worried about points. He's going to try to win that race. But when he gets parked around 11th because of something happens or whatever, he is not going to wreck for 12th. He's going to score some points and get out of Talladega on to the next round. Suarez and Truex.
Suarez.
He didn't even have to look it up.
I looked it up.
Chastain and the Showman. The Showman and Chastain.
Chastain.
This is very evenly matched. It leans towards Bowman on the overall, but it's pretty evenly matched.
Busch and Bell. It's gonna say Busch.
Yeah, Busch has been really good this year.
It might not.
It's Busch.
How far is it, Busch?
It's not a hammer.
Out of the 11, how many?
It's all green, but just by 1 on like every category.
Okay. McDowell and Gibbs.
This is surprising. It leans towards Gibbs.
And Buescher and Blaney. Man, Buescher's been good. One Daytona.
Yeah.
Although I'm going to tell you, the Brad K pushing Buescher, that's over.
Yeah.
Brad K's ready to win.
Yeah, so this one's interesting because, Buescher's finished top 4 in Daytona and Talladega this year, right? The worst finish is 4th. But the predictor or the head-to-head leans towards Blaney overall.
Well, you're going to think this is crazy, but I'm a roulette player, and I'm going to tell you that if a guy's finished top 4 at the first 3, that streak ain't continuing. Busch has got some bad luck coming just because welcome to Speedway Racing. I'm not even saying it's his fault. I'm just saying that's what happens every once in a while. So I would lean Blaney just to have the numbers. Let's find some other ones because some other
How
books.
about that?
I'm listening.
Bubba and Reddick, the Toyotas there.
Okay, Bubba and Reddick. Bubba, huge favorite.
And it is Bubba.
What's Reddick's history on super speedways?
It's not great.
We're going to get pretty close to the nugget of the week. It comes
It's
about this point in
it's
the
about 40
podcast.
minutes in,
Yeah.
isn't it? What you got for us?
No, keep going.
Go ahead,
keep
Professor.
going.
Oh, he's not.
Not
Oh,
ready.
it's not quite 40 minutes yet.
It's not quite 40. Busher, Logano, Kez, Blaney, no interest. Hamlin and Bubba. How about owner-driver, Hamlin, Bubba? That's an interesting one.
Oh, it's Denny.
Jones and Chastain.
It's Jones.
It's Chastain.
Ooh, really?
Ooh.
Yeah. I just
All right,
hair.
let's get to some.
How did Legacy all of a sudden they're not getting the information from Chevy? How do they all of a sudden start putting it together?
So Cal Wells was hired as CEO. I'm not. I don't. Okay, first let me start with your answer. I don't know for sure. I'm not in the walls. I'm not in the meetings. But I will tell you, if you go back and look at performance when they announced John Hunter in the car and hired Cal Wells as CEO, that team is better. So I don't know what changed internally, but it's real. And to be honest, I don't know. You know, it's being reported that Chevy's turned the thing off. Nobody at Chevy's told me that. Nobody at Legacy's told me that. So we've had some reporters decide that they believe that's accurate. Until I hear that comes from somebody at Chevrolet or Legacy, I'm not willing to report it as fact. Just because
They probably have a contract,
maybe,
right? I mean,
well,
don't they have a
here's
contract?
my point. Thank you, Chop. Thank you. Yeah, you know that whole paperwork thing.
Yeah.
So I believe that they probably have agreed to say, hey, we're not going to include you on new development, things we're working on for next year, because, you know, things are way out, right? But they're not going to all of a sudden just delete them off an email list. You don't get the same tire data. We've given you all your log. Like that ain't happening because of the what? The contract.
Right.
What legal will tell you, Mrs. Legal, that it's not about the details till it's always about the details. And that's the point of the contract. Like, you just can't say, listen, I know we pay you a bunch of money, and in paragraph 3 you're owed this, but we just don't like you anymore, so we're not going to send it to you. Like, that's just not how business works. Unpopular but truth. Some people don't believe it like that, Professor, but I'm not willing to make that statement. Should we get groups, manufacturer? What do we want to go to? How about teams? Because they're normally like even monies. So let's talk about this. HMS 4-1, JGR 4.5, Penske 5-1, RFK 5.5. Now I'm going to throw this crazy thing up here. I look at this as almost just how many damn cars they have in the race. Like, I don't mean to be a smart ass when I say that, right? But SHR has 4 cars. I'm not saying they're all going to be great, but they have 4. RFK has 2. Penske has 3. JGR and HMS have 4. So you get $850 for Trackhouse's 2 cars, 14-1 for. I'm sorry, you have $850 for 2311's 2 cars, 14-1 for Trackhouse, 14-1 for RCR. Doherty's 25-1, but you only get 1 car.
What's Ricky's odds by himself?
I think probably 25-1. They got to match,
it's gotta
right?
be, right?
Yeah, they do. They match.
Okay.